Story of Cesar Chavez. Me gusta el arte. Until Cesar Chavez was 10, every summer night was like a fiesta. Relatives swarmed onto the ranch for barbecues with watermelon, lemonade, and fresh corn. Cesar and his brothers, sisters, and cousins settled down to sleep outside under netting to keep mosquitoes out. But who could sleep with uncles and aunts singing, spinning ghost stories, and telling magical tales of life back in Mexico? Cesar thought the whole world belonged to his family. The 80 acres of their ranch were an island in the shimmering Arizona desert, and the starry skies were all their own. So the grandparents were from Mexico. Cesar was born in Arizona and was an American citizen. Many years earlier, Cesar's grandfather had built their spacious adobe house to last forever with walls 18 inches thick. A vegetable garden, cows, and chickens supplied all the food they could want. With hundreds of cousins on farms nearby, there was always someone to play with. Cesar's best friend was his brother Richard. They never spent a day apart. Cesar was so happy at home that he was a little afraid when school started. On his first day, he grabbed a seat next to his older sister Rita. The teacher moved him to another seat, and Cesar flew out the door and ran home. It took 3 days of coaxing for him to return to school and take his place with the other first graders because he was so shy. Cesar was stubborn, but he was not a fighter. His mother cautioned her children against fighting, urging them to use their minds and mouths to work out conflicts. Then in 1937, the summer Cesar was 10, the trees around the ranch began to wilt. The sun baked the farm soil rock hard. A drought was choking the life out of Arizona. Without water for the crops, the Chavez family couldn't make money to pay its bills. Who knows what's going on here? What period of history in the United States? You recognize it? The Great Depression, and especially out west, drought. What do we call that? The Dust Bowl? You heard of the Dust Bowl? No? When it was so dry out west that it was just dust everywhere, dust storms, called the Dust Bowl. And my uncle had a restaurant in Muskogee, Oklahoma, called the Dust Bowl Diner. So he named it after that nickname. And, we always used to put our glasses upside down in the cupboards. My husband's like, why do you do that? And I don't know, we always do that. Because of the dust. So evidently from generations back, they were used to doing that and never stopped doing it to keep the dust out. There came a day when Cesar's mother couldn't stop crying. In a daze, Cesar watched his father strap their possessions onto the roof of their old car. After a long struggle, the family no longer owned the ranch. They had no choice but to join the hundreds of thousands of people fleeing to the green valleys of California to look for work. Cesar's old life had vanished. Now he and his